hydrolysis of salt of strong acid and weak base, hydrolysis of salt of weak acid and weak base, and solubility product. This solubility product especially for strongly soluble. Strongly soluble salt means that partially it is dissolved in water so that it exits in equilibrium. For equilibrium means we have one constant, that is K. It is a strongly soluble means Sp. So this constant, that K Sp, is called the solubility product. The next one, determination of solubility product from molar solubility, and some more problems in this video. Rest of the lesson in repeat.
The hydrolysis reaction between strong acid and a weak base. For that we are going to take hydrogen chloride, that is strong acid, and then weak base ammonium hydroxide. The reaction between HCl and ammonium hydroxide gives ammonium chloride and water. It is a equilibrium reaction, and then ammonium chloride is a salt, so that it is completely dissociated and give ammonium plus and Cl minus. And then the ammonium plus is a strong conjugate acid of weak base, so that the ammonium plus reacted with the OH minus of the water and gives ammonium hydroxide. See the third reaction in this one. The ammonium plus reacted with the water gives ammonium hydroxide and H plus. It is a equilibrium reaction, and then the H plus, that afterward that ammonium chloride produce ammonium plus and Cl minus noma. The Cl minus, there is no tendency to react with the H plus, so that now we are having the more concentration of H plus. What is more concentration of H plus means? That is acid character is increases than the base character, so that the solution is a acidic one and pH value is less than 7, because H plus concentration increases means pH value automatically decreases. The hydrolysis reaction between strong acid and a weak base. For that we are going to take hydrogen chloride, that is strong acid, and then weak base ammonium hydroxide. The reaction between HCl and ammonium hydroxide gives ammonium chloride and water. It is a equilibrium reaction, and then ammonium chloride is a salt, so that it is completely dissociated and give ammonium plus and Cl minus. And then the ammonium plus is a strong conjugate acid of weak base, so that the ammonium plus reacted with the OH minus of the water and gives ammonium hydroxide. See the third reaction in this one. The ammonium plus reacted with the water gives ammonium hydroxide and H plus. It is a equilibrium reaction, and then the H plus, that afterward that ammonium chloride produce ammonium plus and Cl minus noma. The Cl minus, there is no tendency to react with the H plus, so that now we are having the more concentration of H plus. What is more concentration of H plus means? That is acid character is increases than the base character, so that the solution is a acidic one and pH value is less than 7, because H plus concentration increases means pH value automatically decreases. Salt hydrolysis of weak acid and weak base. For that we are going to take the salt ammonium acetate, it containing weak acid and as well as weak base. See that the hydrolysis reaction of ammonium acetate produces acetate ion CH3COO minus and ammonium plus, and both are having the tendency with react with water. See the acetate plus water gives acetic acid plus OH minus, and ammonium plus reacted with the water gives ammonium hydroxide plus H plus. Acetic acid is a weak acid, we know. The same way ammonium hydroxide also weak base. Then both the one producing OH minus and H plus concentration. If the H plus concentration is increases means we will say that it is an acid. For that the Ka value will be increases than the Kb, and pH value will be decreases for acidic solution. Sometimes the OH minus is increases means it is a basic one, then Ka value is less than Kb value, and the pH value is greater than the 7. Suppose the Ka is equal to Kb value means the solution becomes a neutral one. So based on the nature of the acid, strong acid and base only, we will decide the nature of that solution. Suppose now that a solution is a neutral one means we are going to see the relationship between dissociation constant Ka, Kb and hydrolysis constant Kh. What we'll get means Ka into Kb into Kh is equal to Kw. This is the relationship between Ka, Kb and Kh, and pH value we will be get pH is equal to 7 plus of pKa minus of pKb. This evaluate 10 also same as the previous slide. Here also they are asking hydrolysis constant, degree of hydrolysis and pH value like the same one in the previous slide ma. The what is given means 0.05 molarity of sodium carbonate solution. So 0.05 means concentration is given, and pKa for HCO3 minus is given as 10.26. Now the sodium carbonate, it is a salt of weak acid, that is H2CO3. Carbonic acid is a weak acid, and strong base sodium hydroxide. When combining the sodium hydroxide and carbonic acid, we are getting the sodium carbonate salt ma. Then so we are going to see the hydrolysis reaction. Sodium carbonate gives sodium plus and carbonate ion. Then carbonate ion reacted with the water gives HCO3 minus and OH minus. See that equation now having OH minus concentration is greater, so that the solution is a basic one. On hydrolysis it gives the solution that is a basic solution. Now and we have to find out the Ka value. That in problem they given pKa value as 10.26 ma. From that value we are going to calculate the Ka value. Please see the right hand side. The Ka value, what is pKa formula? Minus log Ka. Then Ka value we get from antilog of minus pKa. So antilog of minus pKa value put means we get the answer Ka value 5.5 into 10 power minus 11. Then H value, what is H means? Hydrolysis constant. For the formula is square root of Kw divided by Ka into C. Kw value was 1 into 10 power minus 14. We have to memorize that value, Kw value. They never given ma in the problem. And Ka value now only we calculated in the right hand side. 5.5 into 10 power minus 11, you put that value, and concentration value is given in the problem 0.05. So put that value also, and after calculating we get the answer for H is equal to 6.03 into 10 power minus 2. And then the second question is degree of hydrolysis. The second question is degree of hydrolysis only. Now we are calculated as a first question ma. Then the first question is hydrolysis constant. Hydrolysis constant means Kh value. Kh is equal to Kw divided by Ka. Kw value is 1 into 10 power minus 14. Ka value has 5.5 into 10 power minus 11. After calculating we get the Kh. What is Kh means? Hydrolysis constant value is 1.8 into 10 power minus 4. Then pH value from the formula 7 plus pKa divided by 2 plus log C divided by 2. pKa value was given as 10.26 divided by 2 and C value 0.05. After putting in the log value we get the value as 0.65. So after calculating we get the pH value 11.48. This solubility product is useful to find out the reaction give the precipitation or not. Then here the dilute HCl, when it is reacted with lead 2 plus, it gives lead chloride, which is strongly soluble in water. That is half of the salt is dissolved in water and half of the salt gives us a precipitate. The same way in kidney stone, it is developed by the precipitation of calcium 2 plus as calcium oxalate. We can find out the precipitation of calcium 2 plus by solubility product. So that before that what is the solubility product, the definition we are going to learn more here. And this solubility equilibria will exit strongly soluble salt. What is strongly soluble salt? Half of the salt is dissolved in water, half of the salt it never dissolved, so it again we get the salt only. So general form of that salt we written as XmYn, that is salt is a strongly soluble one. So half of the salt is soluble and give the ion, and half of the salt is exit as a salt only. That means you see the equilibrium reaction, forward half of the one changed as a product, and backward half of the salt is remain as a salt. So XmYn gives m mole of x power n plus 1 plus n mole of y power m minus 1. This is the equilibrium reaction. For that we are going to write the equilibrium constant K is equal to product will come in the numerator and reactant will come in the denominator. The same way they are writing here, ma'am. This one is called as solubility product constant or solubility product. Strongly soluble salt give the half of the ion as a product and half of the salt exit as a solid only. So equilibrium constant we already written, ma. The equilibrium constant in that one, the reactant side it is a solid. The solid concentration is a constant one, so we are going to omit that denominator. Now we get the equilibrium constant as a K is equal to just product concentration alone, that is called as solubility product. Now the solubility product is a KSB is equal to concentration of x power n plus 1 n plus to whole power m into concentration of y to the power of m minus 1 into n. This is the solubility product, and definition is it is the product of molar concentration of the constitution ion. What is constitution ion means? What salt we are having, no, that ion is called as constitution ion. It is splitted into give the some ion that is called as constitution ion, and each ions having some power that is raised to a power of stoichiometric coefficient. What is stoichiometric coefficient means? Balanced equation. Number of moles we are going to balance, no, that called as stoichiometric coefficient in the balanced equilibrium equation. This solubility product is useful to decide whether the ionic compound get precipitated or not. Now see the last one. Ionic product is greater than the KSB means the precipitation will occur. Then ionic product is less than the KSB means no precipitation will occur. Then ionic product is equal to KSB means there is a equilibrium between that, so that the solution is a saturated one. So the solution is super saturated means it is a precipitation will occur. Then solution is unsaturated means that is there is no precipitation will occur. Then solution is a saturated means there is a equilibrium between ionic product and the solubility product. In this problem they given lead chloride, whether it is precipitated or not we have to find out, ma. For that they given 1 ml of 0.1 molarity lead nitrate and 0.5 ml of 0.2 molarity sodium chloride, and solubility product of lead chloride is given as 1.2 into 10 power minus 5. First of all, the lead chloride, how it is dissociated means lead 2 plus and 2Cl minus in water. So ionic product means that lead 2 concentration of lead 2 plus concentration into Cl minus concentration the whole power 2. In the equation we have 2 mole of Cl minus, the 2 moles goes to the superscript. Then total volume, the total volume means what are the substance we are having here? Lead nitrate and then sodium chloride. Lead nitrate volume is 1 ml and sodium chloride volume is 0.5 ml. So 1 ml plus 0.5 ml we get total volume as 1.5 ml. Then lead nitrate, how it is dissociated means lead 2 plus plus 2 into NO3 minus. So in lead nitrate, the concentration is 0.1 molarity means lead molarity also 0.1. We are concentrating only lead 2 plus. We never concentrating on nitrate pa. So just to see the 0.1 molarity for the lead 2 plus. Then the number of moles for lead 2 plus in lead nitrate alone. Number of moles for lead 2 plus in the lead nitrate alone means it is the formula molarity into volume of the solution. Molarity, it is given as 0.1 molarity. Please see that the volume of solution is only for lead nitrate. What is the volume of lead nitrate here? 1 ml. That 1 ml we have to change as a liter, so that here 1 into 10 power minus 3 we are putting, so that we get the number of moles for lead 2 plus is 10 power minus 4. This is only for lead nitrate. Then we are going to calculate the concentration of lead 2 plus in the whole volume. That is, when it is mixed with the sodium chloride, what is the concentration of lead 2 plus we are going to calculate now. For that formula is number of moles of lead 2 plus we are getting from lead nitrate divided by total volume of the solution in liter. What is the total volume here? 1.5. So 1.5 into ml means we are change that ml into liter. So into 10 power minus 3. We get the lead concentration as 6.7 into 10 power minus 2 molarity. Afterward, we are having another solution, sodium chloride. The sodium chloride is a salt. It is dissociated and give Na plus and Cl minus. Sodium chloride concentration 0.2 molarity means the sodium plus concentration also 0.2 molarity, and Cl minus concentration also 0.2 molarity. Now we are going to calculate the number of moles of Cl minus in sodium chloride only. Here the formula molarity into volume of the solution in liter. What is the molarity of Cl? 0.2. And then what is the volume of sodium chloride? 0.5. The 0.5 ml we are going to change as a liter, so that into 10 power minus 3. Calculating, we get the number of moles Cl minus is 10 power minus 4. And now we are going to calculate the concentration of Cl minus on the whole. So on the whole means the formula is number of moles of Cl minus from sodium chloride, what we get 10 power minus 4 divided by here total volume. Total volume is because the sodium chloride is mixed with lead nitrate. What is the total volume is 1.5 into 10 power minus 3 liter. After calculating, we get the concentration of Cl minus is 6.7 into 10 power minus 2 molarity. Now in the blue color in box we put it ionic product is equal to concentration of lead 2 plus concentration of Cl minus. So the concentration of 2 plus we already get 6.7 into 10 power minus 2 molarity, and Cl minus concentration is also 6.7 into 10 power minus 2 molarity. You put the value in the ionic product, we get the answer as 3.01 into 10 power minus 4. Now already the given solubility product value is 1.2 into 10 power minus 5 in the problem. Now you compare the value, the which one is greater means the ionic product value is greater than the solubility product value. So we are now it is greater means the lead chloride is we are getting as a precipitate. In this problem, there are two salt, one is lead nitrate, another one is sodium chloride. When the lead nitrate is mixed with the sodium chloride, we get lead chloride. Whether the lead chloride we are getting precipitate or not, now we are going to calculate in this problem. Lead nitrate volume is given as 0.150 liter and molarity 0.1 molarity. Sodium chloride liter is 0.100 liter and molarity 0.2 molarity. And then solubility product for lead chloride is given as 1.2 into 10 power minus 5. Then total volume of these two solution, the liter of lead nitrate is 0.150 liter, the liter of sodium chloride is 0.100 liter. So total volume is 0.250 liter. Then first salt lead nitrate, when it dissolve in water, it gives lead 2 plus and NO3 minus, but NO3 minus we have 2 in the reactant side, so that in front of NO3 minus put 2. Then lead nitrate, the molarity is given as 0.1 molarity. It is 1 mole lead nitrate is 1 mole. Lead 2 plus also 1 mole, so that lead 2 plus is 0.1 molarity. But NO3 minus, there is 2 mole is present. So multiply with the 2 with the 0.1 molarity, we get 0.2 molarity for NO3 minus. Now we have to find out the number of moles of lead 2 plus to calculate the concentration of lead 2 plus. Number of moles formula is molarity into volume of lead nitrate solution. Molarity is given as 0.1 from the problem, and then volume of the lead nitrate is given as 0.15 liter. Then the concentration of lead 2 plus in mixture. See the word mixture so mixture means total volume only we have to calculate, not the individual volume of lead nitrate. The number of moles of lead is equal to lead divided by total volume of the mixture. Then we already know the number of moles, 0.1 into 0.150 liter divided by total volume here not the individual volume of lead nitrate. So 0.25 liter is equal to we get the answer 0.06 molarity for lead 2 plus in mixture. Then another salt, sodium chloride, it is in water, it is split as a sodium plus and Cl minus. The sodium chloride molarity is 0.2 molarity, so it is a 1 mole. Sodium plus and Cl minus also 1 mole, so that the molarity is for sodium plus is 0.2 molarity and Cl minus molarity also 0.2 molarity. The number of moles of Cl minus we are going to calculate by the equation molarity into volume of the solution. The sodium chloride volume is given as 0.100 liter. That volume you have to put and Cl minus molarity is 0.2. Put that value. Now the concentration of Cl minus in mixture we are going to calculate. For that formula is concentration formula, number of moles per divided by volume. But here the mixture is we are calculating, so we put the total volume of the mixture. What is the total volume here means 0.25 liter. Then the number of moles of Cl minus, that value you put means we get the concentration of Cl minus of mixture is 0.08 molarity. Then the precipitation, whether it is occur or not, by comparing the solubility product and the ionic product. What is ionic product means? Just multiplication of concentration of lead 2 plus and then concentration of Cl minus to the power of 2. Calculating that value, we get the ionic product value is 3.84 into 10 power minus 4. This value compared with the solubility product value that is given in our problem 1.2 into 10 power minus 5. The ionic product value is greater so that lead chloride we are getting as a precipitate. Solubility product can be calculated from the molar solubility. What is molar solubility means? Maximum number of moles of solute that can be dissolved in 1 liter of the solution. We already know the strongly soluble salt, that is here called as a solute only. Don't confuse with that. The strongly soluble salt only called as a solute. General format is XMYN. It is a formula of general format of solute. Then XMYN in this solution, it split as a m moles of x power n plus n moles of y power m plus in the aqueous solution. That is a stoichiometrically balanced equation. In that one, the 1 mole of here the 1 mole of salt dissociated and furnished the m mole of x power n plus 1 and n mole of y power m plus n. Suppose we calculate the molar solubility as S. The symbol for molar solubility is S. Then the concentration of X is equal to M into S. Then the concentration of Y is equal to N into S. Then the solubility product is equal to concentration of X into concentration of Y. Then we multiply the MS to the power of N into ns to the power of n. What is m means? That is m mole of x, and what is n means? That is n mole of y. So that we are writing like that. Then the mn we are taken out means the s to the power of m plus n. This is the solubility product of in terms of molar solubility. This is a book back question. 19th question is given ma. The solubility product of silver chromate is given as 1 into 10 power minus 2. We have to find out the solubility of silver chromate in 0.01 molarity of silver nitrate solution. First of all, the silver chromate formula is Ag2CrO4. In water, it is splitted as Ag plus, the valency of silver is plus, and CrO4 2 minus, the valency of chromate is minus 2. In the reactant side, there is 2 silver, so that we have to put 2 moles in front of the Ag plus and only 1 CrO4, so that the CrO4 2 minus, before that there is one number is 1, so that it is never put any number there. And then silver nitrate it is splitted as Ag plus plus NO3 minus. The Ag silver nitrate molarity is given as 0.01 molarity, so that it is splitted as 1 mole. So Ag plus concentration is 0.01 molarity and NO3 minus molarity also 0.01 molarity. Now in the silver chromate, the molar solubility it is a 1 mole mass, so the molar solubility is S, but in the product side the Ag plus is present as 2 mole, so that the molar solubility is 2S, and in chromate minus 2 there is only 1 mole, so that it is S. Now the solubility product Ksb is equal to concentration of Ag plus to the power of 2, because there is 2 moles is present in the first equation, and CrO4 2 minus the concentration to the power of 1 because it is only 1 mole. Then the solubility product is given as 1 into 10 power minus 12, and Ag plus we have to find out. You see the right hand side, there is in the first equation we have 2 moles, so 2S. In second equation we have 0.01 molarity of Ag plus, so we have to add these two, but when compared to the 0.01, that 2S is very small amount, so that we are going to take only 0.01 molarity of Ag plus as a concentration, but in the chromate the molar solubility alone we are going to take Then you substitute this value, we calculate the molar solubility S is equal to 1 into 10 power minus 12 divided by 10 power minus 2 the whole power 2. After calculating we get the value 1 into 10 power minus 8 molarity. Then 20th question, calcium phosphate formula is Ca3PO4 twice. We have to find out the solubility product. The calcium phosphate, it is splitted as the calcium 2 plus, the valency of calcium is 2 plus, and phosphate valency is 3 minus. In the reactant side there is 3 calcium is present, so you have to put 3 in front of the calcium 2 plus, and there is 2 phosphate is present, so that in front of the PO4 3 minus you have to put the number 2. Now the molar solubility for calcium phosphate is S, because it is only 1 mole. In front of the calcium phosphate there is no number we are putting, means it is a 1 mole so we have to put the S, and in front of calcium 2 plus there is number 3, so that 3S, and phosphate there is 2 mole, so we have to put 2S for phosphate. Now the solubility product is equal to concentration of calcium 2 plus, how many moles is present? 3 mole, so in the power we have to put 3, and phosphate PO4 3 minus, how many moles? 2 moles, so in power we have to put 2. Then calcium 2 plus 3 mole, so that 3S to the power of 3, phosphate 2 moles, so 2S to the power of 2. After calculating we get the solubility product is equal to 108 S to the power of 5. This is in this question 21, the calcium fluoride solubility product we have to find out. For that they given the concentration of calcium 2 plus is 3.3 into 10 power minus 4 molarity. The calcium fluoride in water, it is splitted as calcium 2 plus and fluorine valence is minus 1. There is 2 fluorine is present in the reactant side. So we have to put in front of the F minus 2. Here the calcium fluoride is 1 mole. The calcium 2 plus also 1 mole. But fluorine minus is 2 mole. So that the concentration of fluorine minus we get it by multiplying 2 by the concentration of calcium 2 plus. The calcium 2 plus concentration is given as 3.3 into 10 power minus 4 in the problem. So just you multiply with 2, we get the concentration of fluorine minus as 6.6 into 10 power minus 4 molarity. Afterward, the solubility product for the calcium fluoride is the concentration of calcium 2 plus into concentration of F minus to the power of 2. Because the fluorine is how many mole present? 2 mole present. For that we have to put 2 in the power. Then to put the concentration of calcium 2 plus and concentration of F minus, we get the value for solubility product is 1.44 into 10 power minus 4 minus 10. Then question number 22. The silver chloride solubility product is given as 1.8 into 10 power minus 10. We have to find out the molar solubility for silver nitrate. Then silver chloride in the water, it is split as silver plus and Cl minus. X is seeing molar solubility of silver chloride in 1 molarity of silver nitrate. Then silver nitrate split as silver plus NO3 minus. Here the silver nitrate molarity is given as 1 molarity. So silver nitrate 1 molarity and Ag plus 1 mole, so that 1 molarity, and NO3 minus also 1 mole, so that 1 molarity. Then we compare these two equations. The Ag plus concentration is X plus 1, that X is a molar solubility. It is very less amount when compared to the 1, so that the concentration of Ag plus is become as 1 molarity. Then the Cl minus concentration is X. The solubility product of AgCl is now concentration of Ag plus and concentration of Cl minus, and solubility product is given as 1.8 into 10 power minus 10 is equal to 1 into X. The X value is now 1.8 into 10 power minus 10 molarity. This is the molar solubility of silver nitrate. Question number 23. Silver chromate. In that silver chromate, the concentration of Ag plus is given as 5 into 10 power minus 5, and chromate 2 minus concentration 4.4 into 10 power minus 4 molarity. We have to find out the solubility product for silver chromate. Silver chromate is splitted as in water. Ag plus the valency of Ag is plus 1 but in the reactant side we have 2 silver, so that in front of Ag plus we have to put 2. That chromate, the valency is 2 minus, and then in reactant there is only 1 chromate is present, so there is no number in front of the CrO4 2 minus. Then solubility product for this silver chromate is concentration of Ag plus to the power of 2, because it is 2 mole and chromate it is only 1 mole, so that in power there is one number never necessary to put. And then the concentration of silver plus is 5 into 10 power minus 5 the whole power 2, and then concentration of chromate is 4.4 into 10 power minus 4. After multiplication we get the solubility product 1.1 into 10 power minus 12. Then 24 question. Mercury chloride Hg2Cl2. We have to find out the solubility product. The mercury chloride in water, it is split as Ag2 2 plus and Cl minus. In product side, in the reactant side we have 2 chlorine, so that in front of the chlorine minus we have to put 2. Then the solubility product molar solubility is S, because it is 1 mole for the mercury chloride and mercury also 1 mole, so yes, but chlorine 2 mole, so that we have to put 2s. Then the solubility product is s into 2s to the power of 2, because chlorine 2 mole. Then we get the solubility product as 4 into, after calculation we get 4s to the power of 3. In this problem, the silver chromate solubility product is given as 1.1 into 10 power minus 12, but we have to find out the solubility of silver chromate in 0.1 molarity of potassium chromate. The silver chromate in water, it was treated as Ag plus, that Ag plus means the valency of Ag is plus 1 ma, but in the reactant side 2 silver is present, so that in front of the Ag plus we put 2. But chromate, the valency is 2 minus, that in reactant side only one chromate is present, so that there is no number we are in front of the CrO4 2 minus. Then the solubility we put for silver chromate X, because it is only 1 mole, so that X. But in silver Ag plus there is 2 mole, so that 2x, and chromate 2 minus, it is only 1 mole, so that x. Then the silver chromate in 0.1 molarity potassium chromate is given, so that the potassium chromate in water also we have to find out. Potassium chromate in water, it is splitted as K plus, the valency of potassium is K plus only 1 ma, but on the reactant side there is 2 potassium is there, so in front of the K plus we put 2, and chromate CrO4 2 minus, the reactant side only 1 chromate, so that there is a number for 1 mole for CrO4 2 minus ma. Then potassium chromate molarity is given as 0.1 molarity. 1 mole means 0.1 molarity ma. 2 mole means the 2 number multiply with the 0.1, we get 0.2 molarity. For 2K plus we put 0.2 molarity, and chromate it is a 1 mole, so that 0.1 molarity. Now the concentration of Ag plus, how many mole is present? 2 moles in the first equation, so that 2x. But chromate, in the first equation also we are having chromate, in the second equation also we have chromate. First equation x, in the second equation 0.1 molarity, so add these two, x plus 0.1. But when compared to the x, 0.1 mole is somewhat a bigger amount, so we approximately we are going to take the concentration of chromate 2 minus is 0.1. Now solubility product for silver chromate is, we are going to write concentration of Ag plus to the power of 2, because it is 2 mole ma, and chromate there is only 1 mole, so the concentration of CrO4 2 minus. And next one, the solubility product is given, silver chromate is given in the problem 1.1 into 10 power minus 12, put the number there, and then Ag plus there is 2x in the first equation, so 2x to the power of 2, and chromate we get the approximate value 0.1. After calculating we get the x value, that is solubility value. Solubility of silver chromate is 1.65 into 10 power minus 6 molarity. In this problem, solubility product of aluminum hydroxide is 1 into 10 power minus 14 molarity. Then the concentration of aluminum 3 plus is 1 into 10 power minus 3 molarity. The question is, at what pH that aluminum 3 plus precipitate on addition of buffer solution ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. The first of all, aluminum hydroxide in water, how it is splitted means, aluminum the valency is 3 plus, and hydroxy the valency is minus 1, but in reactant side we have 3 hydroxy, so in front of OH minus put 3. Then solubility product is equal to concentration of Al3 plus, it is 1 mole, so in power 1. The OH minus concentration, it is 3 moles, so in power 3. The aluminum hydroxide precipitate when the ionic product is greater than the solubility product. The ionic product in the aluminum 3 plus, the concentration is given as 1 into 10 power minus 3 in the problem. but OH minus we don't know ma, so that put as it is OH minus whole power 3. Then solubility product it is given us in our problem 1 into 10 power minus 14. Put that value. Then we get the value OH to the power of 3 is 1 into 10 power minus 12. Then that 1 into minus 12 we can write it as 1 into 10 power minus 4 the whole power 3. Now the 3 in the reactor that left hand side of hydroxy and then right hand side in the 1 into 10 power minus 4 3 will be cancelled. We get the OH minus concentration 1 into 10 power minus 4 molarity. We approximately take this value as 1 into 10 power minus 4 molarity ma. Then POH means for what is the formula? Minus log 10 concentration of OH minus. Now the concentration we know 1 into 10 power minus 4, that value here substituted means we get the POH value as 4. Now pH value, what is the relationship between pH and pOH? pH plus pOH is equal to 14. We want to pH means just we subtract the 14 from the 14 the pOH value, we get pH value as 10. So at pH 10 the aluminum hydroxide will be precipitate.